The Chicago Bears are in the spotlight again, and not for the reasons fans had hoped. A recent Sports Illustrated ranking placed Tyson Bagent, one of the Bears' backup quarterbacks, as the worst in the NFL, ranking him 31st out of 31. The report by Gilberto Manzano has sparked heavy criticism among fans and analysts, who believe this assessment is not just flawed, but downright disrespectful to a player who stepped up during a challenging season. Tyson Bagent, who was an undrafted rookie in 2023, had 4 consecutive starts when starting quarterback Justin Fields was injured. He helped secure 2 key victories, showing calmness under pressure and the ability to manage the offense with limited experience. Despite these achievements, Bagent was ranked below quarterbacks with little or no NFL experience. Manzano's ranking placed Hendon Hooker of the Detroit Lions at 16th, even though Hooker has thrown fewer than 10 passes in his professional career. The logic, according to the article, is that Hooker could benefit from the strength of Detroit's offense if needed. But this raises a major question. Are these rankings based on the quarterback's individual skill or the quality of the team around them? If team context is the deciding factor, then quarterbacks like Tanner McKee in Philadelphia, who plays behind the NFL's best offensive line and top-tier weapons, should be ranked far higher. Instead, experienced players like Bagent, who have proven they can manage real NFL situations, are being overlooked. Adding to the confusion is the uncertainty about Bagent's status as the official backup. Offensive coordinator Ben Johnson confirmed that Bagent is still in a training camp competition with veteran Case Keenum. Johnson stated, "We're going to continue mixing reps during the preseason, and at some point during training camp, we'll make a decision on who has earned that number 2 job." This uncertainty has further complicated how the media evaluates the Bears' quarterback depth. Case Keenum, who has 66 career starts and was the quarterback behind the famous Minneapolis Miracle, wasn't even mentioned in the ranking, despite stepping up for the Texans last year over Davis Mills, who was ranked just 1 spot ahead of Bagent at 30th. Other rankings are equally puzzling. Mitchell Trubisky, a former starter with playoff experience, is ranked 29th. Kenny Pickett, who has 25 starts and 15 wins, was ranked 23rd, below Joe Milton and Jalen Milroe, 2 players with minimal to no NFL experience. These inconsistencies suggest the rankings may favor potential and hype over experience and proven results. In reality, the best backup quarterbacks are those who can come in without preparation, manage the offense, and help win games. Veterans like Andy Dalton, ranked 8th, and Marcus Mariota, ranked 7th, earned their spots because of their history and ability to handle pressure. So why not Bagent or Keenum? Experience should be weighted more than promise when it comes to backup roles. Rookies and prospects may become stars in the future, but when a starter goes down, it's the battle-tested veterans who give a team the best shot at staying competitive. This point has been missed entirely in the current media narrative, and Bears fans have every right to feel that their players are being unfairly judged.
In a development that could transform the Chicago Bears offense overnight, new trade rumors suggest the team may be pursuing Tyreek Hill, one of the NFL's most explosive wide receivers. Reports from Pro Football Talk indicate that the Miami Dolphins are open to trading Hill after June 1st, and the Bears are among the top teams being linked to a potential deal. The proposal gaining the most attention involves a massive swap: Tyreek Hill to the Bears in exchange for DJ Moore. This potential trade has ignited fierce debate across the NFL landscape. Moore has been Chicago's most reliable wideout, coming off a career-best season in 2023 with 96 catches, 1,364 yards, and 8 touchdowns. He built solid chemistry with Caleb Williams and is considered a leader on and off the field. But Tyreek Hill is a game-changer. A 6-time All-Pro, Hill posted 1,799 receiving yards and 13 touchdowns in 2023, numbers no receiver in Bears history has ever matched. Though his production dipped in 2024, failing to reach 1,000 yards for the first time since 2019, that decline was largely due to quarterback Tua Tagovailoa's injuries. Hill's talent remains unquestioned, and in the right system, he can instantly elevate an entire offense. Financially, the trade makes more sense after June 1st due to the way the Dolphins can spread out the dead cap hit. A move that seemed impossible just months ago is now viable. According to insiders, the Dolphins would incur $12.7 million in 2025 and $15.6 million in 2026 in dead cap charges, manageable numbers given the team's long-term cap strategy. There's also a coaching connection that makes this trade even more logical. The Bears now have Eric Bieniemy on their staff, who previously coached Hill in Kansas City. Bieniemy knows exactly how to unlock Hill's potential. Bears GM Ryan Poles, who also has ties to Hill from his time with the Chiefs, has seen firsthand the transformational impact the speedster can have on an offense. Critics of the trade point to the cost, giving up DJ Moore, but there's logic behind the idea. Sources say Moore showed frustration with Williams at times last season. A move to Miami where he'd catch passes from a healthy Tua could reignite his career. For the Bears, Hill would give Caleb Williams the deep threat he needs to fully realize his potential as a franchise quarterback. Imagine this: Tyreek Hill stretching the field, Rome Odunze working the intermediate routes, Luther Burden III in the slot, and tight ends Cole Kmet and Cole Turner creating mismatches. Add a strong run game and Williams' mobility, and you have the makings of a top-tier offense. Hill may be 31, but he still has elite speed, sharp route running, and reliable hands. If the Bears truly believe this is their competitive window, then acquiring a player of Hill's caliber could be the move that pushes them into Super Bowl contention. While trade rumors and media rankings dominate the headlines, perhaps the most disturbing revelation surrounding the Bears this offseason comes from one of their most respected veterans. Mercedes Lewis, a 20-year NFL veteran and former Bears tight end, recently exposed a shocking failure by the Bears' previous coaching staff to properly support rookie quarterback Caleb Williams during his first year. In an emotional interview, Lewis accused the former regime, led by head coach Matt Eberflus and defensive coordinator Shane Waldron, of essentially leaving Williams to figure things out on his own. According to Lewis, no one was guiding Williams through film study, a critical part of any quarterback's development. Instead of mentoring him or walking through tape, Waldron reportedly left the young QB to study alone in a room, despite facing NFL defenses for the first time in his career. Lewis didn't hold back, calling it a disappointment and unacceptable for a team that had just invested the number 1 overall pick in a franchise quarterback. You draft a kid with that kind of talent and just hand him the keys to the organization. There's a responsibility to coach and teach him properly, Lewis explained. What's even more troubling is that other players weren't aware of the neglect until recently. Lewis mentioned that most time in the building is spent in position group meetings, so the quarterback's isolation went unnoticed. Now that the guys are aware of it, it's not going to happen again, Lewis added. These revelations shed light on why Williams struggled with inconsistencies, appeared lost during stretches of the season, and didn't develop as expected. It wasn't a matter of talent or dedication, it was a lack of support from those hired to help him grow. Thankfully, the Bears have made major changes. Under new offensive coordinator Ben Johnson, the approach has shifted completely. Johnson has publicly committed to giving Williams the tools, mentorship, and structure needed to succeed. Coming from Detroit, where he helped Jared Goff become one of the league's most efficient quarterbacks, Johnson brings a proven track record of developing talent. He has already expressed confidence that Williams can become the first Bears QB to throw for 4,000 yards in a season, perhaps even in multiple seasons. The contrast between Johnson and the previous coaching staff is stark. Johnson is focused on maximizing Williams' strengths, building trust, and constructing an offense around him. This renewed leadership could be the difference that finally unlocks the franchise quarterback the Bears have long been searching for. Mercedes Lewis's comments are a wake-up call for the organization. But they're also a sign that with new leadership, better support systems, and perhaps a few bold moves, the Bears' future may finally be as bright as fans have hoped for decades.